you're over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Definitely. Let's talk about this story, man, right here. Young Buck. Now, he's in a world of you know what. Now, he owes 50 Cent, $250,000. He has, I think, back child support. He owes the IRS money. It seems like 50 and the other creditors are going all out, all the way down to trying to get his gold teeth out of his mouth to cover that debt that he owes. Now, he did come up with a deal with the bankruptcy trustee to pay about $515 per month. That's an agreement that he worked out. Unfortunately, though, the trustee says they still believe the young buck is hiding valuable assets. And like I say, he owes 50 Cent to IRS and the mother of his children. Now, here's a list of some of the things that they're trying to collect by court order from young buck. They have an address down there, so I'm guessing that's the house. Gold teeth caps, firearms, the 615 Cashville Records gold chain and necklace, gold chains, Rolls-Royce, a Ford F-150. They said with the year 2016, 2017 with new installation on it, a motorcycle. They got the license plate on there. Donations and solicitation via Cash App. So anything anybody's giving him on Cash App.
God.
If he owns any cryptocurrency, studio time, right? Watches, professional sports jerseys, pretty much anything of any value, we want it. What do you think about this, Sam, man?
It's crazy. It's disgusting. And even though he did us absolutely dirty in business, I don't wish this on anybody. But you did some bad business along the way, brother. And eventually, that motherfucking tax man comes to meet his maker at all times. Let me ask you this, because this kind of reminds me of this. Is it kind of like a situation, if a house goes into foreclosure, you can go look it up, you can go buy that property, and then they got a certain amount of time to pay you. Is that what 50 did? Did he buy some of his debt, and now he owes 50, or is it some contractual shit?
It was something contractual. 50 cents pretty much, saying that at a point in time, he gave him $250,000, whatever that means, whether it was contractually or actually giving him cash. Young Buck, I listened to the podcast the other day that he did, some of it. He was saying that he don't have no proof of that. 50 Cent didn't provide any proof. He must have. They got a court order coming after you.
Right.
But one thing you got to look at when you look at this type of collection, it's nothing new. I mean, this has been going on for years. People are able to come. This is the thing where, people said he put, I got everything in my mama's name, and putting different assets in people's names because they can come for whatever is valuable. Anything that you own, like I said, the teeth in your, I probably joked about this before, the gold teeth in your mouth, the chains you got on, anything, you could have some Jordans, 50, 100 pair of Jordans that's worth money. Dang. They could come after that. And that's why when you get that judgment, it's one thing, but the judgment recovery part, the IRS is going to go get theirs. 50 Cent is going to go get his. We just heard he hired a private investigator for Tierra Marie. He's going to get his shit. So at the end of the day, it's like, I'm surprised he ain't got the cash to pay. What is that? How do you feel about that? Him not having the $250,000 to pay, or he does have it and he don't want to pay it.
That should be a lesson learned. He ain't got it. 500, and I'm not trying to be in nobody's pockets, and you ain't trying to count nobody, but according to legal documents, he was ordered to pay $515 a month. I believe you said.
That's it.
That's a card payment with bad credit, bro. $525 something a month. So as a rapper that you see on videos with all these chains and all these cars and giving you this idea that some shit that he would be able to carry a $515 payment, it ain't all as what it's cracked up to be. And a lot of these rappers be lying, and I think he's broke. And I think this is going to make him even more broke. Like I said, it's sad when you look at probably the amount of money that brother touched and the amount of money that, and we all know what goes on with family and things like that when you get into money. We know all of that. But you touched a lot of fucking bread, bro. It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. And it just goes, you got to just be, like they say, a good steward over your money. Definitely easier said than done. You know what I mean? Let's talk about this right here, man. Look at this as we look. Benzino.
Yeah.
That's funny how you said it.
That dude.
Shit. What do you think about your homie Benzino, man? I know you guys talk.
Yeah, I'm glad he living in his truth. He likes dudes. Anyway,
I think he's going through some crisis.
he got his daughter. Would you laugh at his daughter, Coley Ray, who seemed like she was very popular, but her album didn't.
But it flopped, right? What, like 12,000?
Flop. Like she jumped in an empty pool. Like,
Straight up.
11,000 in a week.
Well, I mean, that's the age that we're in, though.
Yeah.
What are people? Because like you really, you know what I mean? Singles, like you got a singles hot. Nobody's going. You know what I mean? I don't know. You put out an album. Who wants to hear that from her? I don't know.
From her.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Right.
There are people that you would want to hear.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That you would enjoy a body of work from. And why don't we respect these young cats and these young artists? Is it the overflood of music? Do they come out? Do they personally come out too much? Are we getting too flooded with singles so we think they're coming out too much? And when the album comes, we're tired of them? Like, I don't get today's music. I still love music. I still indulge in it. I can listen to something old and nostalgic, and it takes me right back to where I was when I heard it the first time. But this new shit kind of makes me not want to listen to music.
9 times out of 10, and I hope that I'm wrong about her album and a lot of these people's albums, it's going to be the repetitive, same type of song for 15 songs.
You know that.
You want to go back to the day where it's like, okay, let's hear about Koi's story. Mm-hmm. Where she do, boom, 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 let's build up. I mean, they still had the Christian song at the end and all that. Like, what happened? Like, we don't want to hear the same type of song over and over. A lot of people say, what do you think about this, about Koi? That she stole Dej Loaf style. What do you think?
I would love to hear Dej Loaf's opinion. She sounds a lot like her, but then at the same time, they got very distinct styles and they sound different in my opinion. I think Dej Loaf was dope, and I don't.
What happened to Dej?
Exactly. And it's just the industry.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, they promote one thing and then they see something else cute and bubbly that they can kind of throw that under. And somebody could be sitting in your fucking shadows taking notes.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? Getting ready. Like we've seen a lot of people sitting back in the shadows taking notes.
Yep.
And then before you know it, they got this new shiny item that looks, talks, walks just like you, but it really ain't you at all.
Right.
This could be one of those situations. I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different right now. Another thing that happened. Have we talked about T.I. getting booed here together yet or no? I don't know if we did. It's just recapping the stories. What do you think about that finally happened? T.I. and I think we were just talking about that.
We were.
That, and then a couple days later, I think it was on a weekend, the dude gets booed at the Barclays Center. I mean, totally bombed. What's your thoughts?
We called it. We knew it.
Yeah.
I said that he should stop comedy, and maybe people will come off and think I'm hating. And I don't want. If he wants to do it, do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I just hope it's not in vain. I hope it's genuine. I hope it's authentic, and that's what I ultimately question about this shit. Is it ego driven to where you make some people laugh at your parties? You make people laugh when you're drinking, because we can all do that. We can make me and you can make each other laugh all day. That don't mean we're gonna get on stage and make, you know what I mean, motherfuckers laugh for 30 minutes straight. So is it ego driven, or is this something you genuinely want to do? Because if you genuinely want to do it, why don't you sit in the mud and do them local clubs to get your feet dirty and understand the power of a set and build? You just want to jump into fucking Barclays? I don't know.
You know what? I think he needed that because I think it humbled him a little bit.
Think so?
Yeah, because I heard him and another thing, like a brief one, and he was kind of going along with the embarrassment. Well, I think one thing he said was like, one thing I learned in the last couple of weeks, I ain't no fucking comedian. Like, kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting people now to, like, warm up to you. Like, just talk some real shit.
Word.
Don't come in there with no ego and thinking you're going to do this and do that. Nah, you got your ass. Put on your ass.
Yep.
But just come there and be genuine. It's just something about, I'm not a comedian, so I can't really explain it like that, but it's just something about just being genuine and talking about real things when you get on stage and relating to what the people, want to pretty much hear out of your mouth. Right. There's something about that.
Yeah, and you gotta be seasoned in that. You gotta gauge people. How many comics have came on this show and said you gotta gauge your audience and know your audience,
yes,
and know the vibration of what's going on.
Yep.
You can't just write a set thinking it's funny in Atlanta and take that shit to New York and think it's gonna fly.
Right.
And you ain't reading the audience and knowing how to adapt to the audience.
Right.
And that's what makes comics special in that situation. And I don't know, man. Are you arrogant enough to realize, or humble enough to realize that, or we'll see, man. I don't wish the brother no negativity, but I just don't see him as a comic. That's just me.
Nothing's been funny yet. I don't know. Pierre came in and said he's funny. I think he was lying, capping. Where New Girl just cap. I just think that, honestly. I don't, but I can't, say who's funny to somebody else. But I haven't heard anything that he said, except for that shit about him not being a comedian.
Right.
That was that was real shit.
It was genuine.
Right. But everything else, he hasn't been funny, you know, to me. And, you know, a lot of people aren't funny. I don't think Kevin Hart's funny. You know what I mean? Dave Chappelle's not that funny to me.
Right.
On some real shit. So that don't really mean, I guess don't really mean too much. But that is what it is, man.
Give me your top 3 comics real quick. Because I used to think Kevin Hart was funny. I love Kevin Hart's old stuff. And I do think Chappelle is funny.
Right.
But I can understand why you don't. Because people have different styles of comedy. So give me your top 3. I remember we were about to go out one night and I had Cat Williams on. You was fucking crying.
Right.
But give me your top 3.
I would say Martin. Martin's number 1.
Word.
Probably Cat. And damn. Who else is real funny to me like that? That make a nigga laugh. Martin.
You like Mike Epps?
I used to.
A lot of people are hot and cold with him.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not gonna be in my top 3.
Right.
So I said Martin. I said Cat. Damn. I don't know if I even got a third one. If I had to do, I don't know if I have a third one. It's crazy.
Wow.
I ain't gonna go. Jamie Foxx. I guess you could put him as a comedian.
Yeah.
I think he's funny. Yeah, back in the day, he was pretty funny. I would go with Bernie. I'll go with Bernie Mac.
That's fair.
I think he say some funny shit.
Yeah. Word. Okay. And then those are in your face style comics. You know what I mean? You got to be
Right.
raw with them motherfuckers. So
Right.
I can understand that. Yeah, so everybody's comedy's not for them. But I think the consensus is T.I. ain't funny.
Yeah. I
Unfortunately.
haven't heard anything yet.
All right, so we got to get to some negativity because unfortunately, oh God, we lost another rapper. This time we lost Archie Eversole. We ready. I don't know. We probably heard that in many football games. We ready.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah,
That's my
him, man.
shit.
So unfortunately, in DeKalb County, police say that Archie was shot by his own brother, Alexander Cross, at the Chevron gas station on March 25th. He died at a nearby hospital on April 3rd. Now, cops say Cross was arrested for murder and is currently in the DeKalb jail. Rapper Archie Eversole, like I just said, best known for We Ready, passed away on April 3rd. Archie's family tells sources that he passed away Sunday. His cause of death has not yet been revealed. He was only 17 when he made the song Ride With Me in the Dirty South.
Wow.
He, unfortunately passed away at 37 by his brother, and we don't know yet why. But like I said, that was a football anthem. You know what I mean? Within the little leagues and I'm sure high school and college. So real sad, man. It's unfortunate to be numb to this because we hear about this shit every 3 days.
Yeah.
But what do you think about this?
It's wild. First of all, I can remember a story, man, when we played for the Devil's joint. I think you stopped, then you stopped playing. But I finished that season. They went to we went to close to the championship, like the semifinal joint, and we had sung that song and shit. I remember being hyped. You know, I think we played the Pit Bulls, but we lost that game or whatever. You remember the Pit Bulls, right?
Yep.
But I could just remember that, man. And then that song was, I didn't know it was a black dude, honestly.
Yep.
When you really think about it. But I don't know, man. I hear about his brother killing. I'm like, damn. Your mind totally starts to think like, what could have happened? Was it an accident? Like, why in the hell would your own brother kill you? It's weird, man.
I don't know. Outside of you having to protect yours, like your bodily, you know what I mean, self or your family self, to do something wild like that, I couldn't imagine anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fighting, scrapping to, you know what I mean, it getting real. That's different.
Right.
But actually shooting, I don't